So did you do it? It's 9:48 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, July 1st, 2018. And we are looking at YouTuber channel, Raven57's YouTube channel. She published a video yesterday. It's called, "Is That Saturn Next to the Moon? Very Mysterious." Now, what I want to show you is the red hue she caught off the edge of the moon. It was coming and going. And anytime I see that color red, I automatically think of iron dust or iron. But that's just me by default. And there's her channel. She's got some good stuff. She hasn't been doing videos very long, but I like her stuff. But what I'm going to do is go over, just remember this color red. Remember that color. Okay. Now what I'm going to start, I'm going to go to the College Edu page. I'm going to show you what I do from the very beginning. I'm going to open it up. And I'm going to make sure I go to global sectors. Okay, and the first thing I do is go to full disk. And on my browser, I have to go down to 75% in order to see the slider bar down there. Okay, and the first thing I do is I click that stop button because I want to be in control. The next thing I do is there's a double left arrow here. I click that one time, and that'll slow down the speed that it goes across. Okay, now I'm in control. Now I go over here and I click it on 200 frames. That'll give me the most 15-minute time increments I can get. And I go to true color. That's how I always start. Alright, now I don't expect to see anything on full disk because they pretty much scrub that every night. But I'm going to run it through. I'm going to speed it up just to show you quickly. There's really nothing to view here. Clean it up every night. That's their speed. Now I'm going to slow it down a little bit for us. I'm going to click that left arrow and hit the stop button. That way you can drag it back and forth if you want, or hit the left and right arrows, or well, that's the only two controls you really have, is to slide it back and forth or hit the left and right arrow. But what I'm going to do is go back up to global. Oh, first I want to show you something about true color. That's in true color. If you click this little question mark up here, it'll tell you about what true color is. It's simply an RGB style composite of ABI bands number 1, 2, and 3. However, because only ABI 1 and 2 are true visible channels, while ABI 3 veggie band, well, anyway, it's near infrared portion of the electromagnetic spectrum. Alright, so it's kind of a composite, but it's as near as true color as they can get, and it'll tell you there. I just don't want to read all day. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the global sector. Now we don't see anything on full disk, but this is why I always have to go here. And I'm going to go on the northern hemisphere only, this dot. Click it, and I'm in true color, and I'm going to hit the go button just for a minute. And immediately, this has been going on for, I don't know, almost a month now. I've noticed this at the same time exactly. I'm going to drag this slider bar. Now you might not have caught it yet, but at 20, okay, there's a red hue that shows up right there. See it? Okay, there's 23:30, 23:45, midnight. Okay, 23:45, and that's on the 30th of June. Let's see if that happens on the 1st at the same time. Okay, 2300, 2315, 2330, 2345, nothing. Okay, there's midnight. Well, let's go back up to global. And we'll go down to the southern hemisphere and let's check out the same times. I'll drag the slider bar back over here to there, and we'll click my right arrow until I get to 23:45, and there's a glitch. There's a red hue up in the very corner there. It's 23:45, midnight. Okay, so there's that glitch again, same time. Go back up to global. We'll go over to the center dot. We'll see if then we'll drag the slider bar back to right over here and go forward with the right arrow to 23:45. There's midnight, 23:45. That's on June 29th, it looks like. Okay, there's 23:30, 23:45, midnight on June 29th. Okay, let's go forward to the next day, see if it happens on the same. Okay. See if it happens on the same time. 23. Okay, nothing. Okay, so let's go over to the continental bands. Go over, see if we can see it on this one here. This is true color imagery for ENSO. We'll drag it back here. Okay, now 22:45. That's on the 29th of June. 23:30. 23:45. There's that red hue again. Midnight. And it goes on. So it seems to be a common occurrence every night, and it's been going on for a long time. So now I go over to the coloradostate.edu, and usually I don't have a bunch of overlays, but I went through all these bands one at a time, and I put 3 overlays together to kind of show you how it works out. And the first thing I did was I went to archived imagery, and I went back to June 29th at midnight, and I took it forward to July 1st, as far forward as I could go. And I have it on shortwave albedo and a fire temperature. That's what I've got, along with the GLM accumulated group counts. Okay, now I just want to show you what's going on. I'll hit the stop bar, and you could drag it back and forth like that, or use your left and right arrow to move it back and forth, so you're in charge now. Let's go back to 23:45 and see what happens on the 30th of June. Okay, there's 23:15. Okay, 2300 on the 29th of June. 23:15, 23:30. Okay, see, there's something. 23:45, and then midnight. Okay, let's go to the next day on June 30th, same time. Right around that. Okay, see, look at all this that's going on. 21:45, 2200. The interference starts on the 30th. 22:15, 22:30, 23:15, June 30th, 23:30, 23:45. Then it's back to midnight on 7/1, July 1st. Okay, so I'm gonna let that play through, just to show you what it looks like, kind of doing its own thing. So there's definitely something going on, and Universal News Media has quite a lot of videos where she catches red planets in her FAA webcams. So, but there's one thing that I'm always wondering about, is that if these planetary bodies are close enough to this planet, and why aren't they affecting all the globe's tides? I mean, the moon, for crying out loud, it's 1/6 of our gravity is going to be pulling on our tides, like 55, 60 feet in Newfoundland. But these huge bodies that we see on Universal News media is, they're not pulling on the tides. That's just a question I have. It's kind of boggling my mind. And also there's going to be arcing that takes place if this is true, and we don't see any indication of that through the auroras or anything. The auroras, the borealises, and the Australia borealis, or whatever they call it, it's not really behaving too magnificently or too odd. But there's that red hue, and there. And also the whole cloud pattern changed again, remember? See? The whole cloud